In a recent episode of 2 Minute Tuesday, we covered cava, which is the Spanish champagne, and it prompted one of our viewers to ask for a video about sangria. So Anna, this episode is all for you. Welcome to episode number 108 of 2 Minute Tuesday with Hondon Valley Homes. So firstly, a little bit of a history lesson. Sangria dates back to around 200 BC, so a couple of thousand years ago. And this is when the Romans invaded the Iberian Peninsula and vineyards were first introduced to this area. This gave the Spanish a very valuable commodity within which they could then trade with the Romans. Now, in those days, water wasn't obviously always safe to drink, and it was very common to mix alcohol with the water to kill any of the harmful bacteria. And it's thought that sangria was the product of this requirement for a safe drink to drink. So, what exactly is sangria? Well, there are two main varieties. Obviously, we have red and we have white sangria, and they're obviously made with red or white wine. Now, the recipes of sangria, they vary wildly throughout Spain. And if you were to ask 10 different Spaniards for a recipe for a traditional sangria, you would get 10 different replies. However, it's generally a jug of red wine, and to which is added chopped up local fruits of the area, and this can be added and supplemented with orange juice. You can put cava, spirits such as brandy or a liqueur, and as you can see, there are going to be lots of regional variations depending on the fruits and the local liqueurs and brandies and things in the area. So you generally make it to your taste or the taste of the area that you live in. Now, many of the regions of Spain will have claim to the traditional sangria. However, there is no definitive recipe, so don't worry too much if you're thinking of making some for yourself. Just do it to your own personal taste. Now, if making it yourself is a step too far, then you can always go to a local supermarket where you'll find quite a large array of ready-made sangrias in boxes or bottles, and they're going to be of varying costs, obviously varying quality. Perhaps they've got a little too much added sugar or sweetener for my liking, and maybe you should try and make your own before buying one of those. The alternative is that you can also go to one of the local bodegas, and they may have a sangria for you there. And the final question really is, do people actually drink sangria? Well, if you can imagine yourself, for example, sat in the beautiful sunny plaza that we have here in Hondon de las Nieves, you're sat in the dappled shade under the palm tree, you're listening to the village clock chiming every 15 minutes, perhaps a cold, fresh glass of sangria is one of the most authentic Spanish drinks that you can order. However, you'll find that most of the locals will actually be drinking something that looks similar, but it's called vino tinto verano, and this is a summer wine. And basically this is very similar to sangria. It's a chilled red wine to which there's a gaseous drink like a lemonade or a soda drink added. There could be fruit added as well. It's just as refreshing, maybe a slightly little bit less touristy. That's it for this week's episode. Short and sweet one on quite a simple topic. We're not discussing taxes this week, we're discussing alcohol again. My details are going to be on the screen at the moment, so if you're thinking of selling a property in and around the Hondon Valley, please drop me a line. And of course, if you're looking at buying, then please visit our website at hondonvalleyhomes.com. We have hundreds of stunning villas on our books at prices from €65,000 to over $1 million. So that's it for this week. Until the next week's episode, hasta luego. I'll see you soon. Adios.